bleeds, I can kill it.
Swift, like the wind.
Do you bleed?
The first time Alleria appeared in the Kingdom Rush timeline is in level Royal Gardens in the Kingdom Rush Origins. Please note, I am talking about the Kingdom Rush timeline, not the order of the game. In her first appearance, she had a little cat, and she was not strong at all. Probably some of you will say she was never strong in the whole series. In Origins, we could upgrade her only up to level 3, and the cat was also quite small, and was able to kick the enemies, and the cat used to get scared easily. We had to save Alleria from the enemies in Royal Gardens level, as her kingdom was attacked, even though our mission was to protect her from the enemies. Alleria came to the battlefield with her bow and arrow, and fight the enemies along with us. This was a sign of her courage and valor. Even being a princess, she chose to fight with the soldiers to protect her land. Her quick movements helped us to follow enemies and stop them from entering the gate. Then we saw her again in the level Griffon Point, where we had to help her to escape to Alleria, as the Queen of the Twilight Elves, Militia, send a big group of Null to kill Alleria. But even this time, Alleria came to help us fight the enemies, and she almost single-handedly defeated all the enemies coming from the right side of the map. While we were fighting the enemies from the center and the left side, we managed to help her to Alleria, and then we saw her again in Alleria, but this time not as a princess. The second appearance of Alleria in the timeline is in the first game of Kingdom Rush, and in this game, she is a free hero, and when we use her as a hero, initially she don't have her cat with her, but everything else is same. She is fast, uses her bow and arrow to fight enemies from distance, and uses her sword to fight nearby enemies.
Swift, like the wind.
And even this time, her health is quite low, and we cannot really use her to fight enemies hand to hand. She is the kind of hero whom you have to keep behind the Barak units to do ranged attack, and since she moves quickly, she is quite useful to fight enemies approaching the gate, and she is the only free hero in the first game who can efficiently attack flying enemies. And once Alleria reaches level 4, her cat appears, and this time, the cat is also grown to a big wild cat. Now, the cat can stop enemies and attack them using his paw, and we can see that the cat is not afraid of enemies anymore like in Origins. Though the cat has very low HPH, he helps Alleria to use her arrows against the enemies, while the cat stops them.
Swift, like the wind.
The third time we see Alleria is in level Silver Oak Outpost in Kingdom Rush Vengeance, and this time, she is not our ally. This time, she is a mini-boss, and she is fighting us. And here, she appears from time to time, and I have to say, she is quite strong as an enemy. Nothing to do with the Alleria we saw in Kingdom Rush, Origins, and KR1. Even she has a Black Panther now instead of the Wild Cat. Or maybe it was always been a Black Panther, but this time, he has grown, and it is strong enough to carry her on its back. It looks like she also possesses some magical abilities, and now she can teleport herself and also summon Sylvian elf warriors whom we saw in Kingdom Rush 1, in the Sylvian Outpost Special Tower. She appears in the game several times, and sometimes give us a hard time by appearing in an area where we are not strong enough. I really wish she was as strong as this in KR1 or in Origins, but when we compare to any other mini-boss, she is still too weak. Please let me know what you think about the evolution of Alleria from a princess who was running away from enemies to a hero who is fighting the invaders, and finally to become the leader of the Elf Rangers and protector of Silver Oak Outpost. Thank you for watching.